Scott, things kind of all came together all at one time at the end of the year,
Right.
the conference tournament. Just talk about how the Pirates played this past weekend at Kalispell.
Sure. After the first day, we shot a disappointing score, for our standards, and especially it being our home course. The course was set up rather tough with some tournament pins, which then is why the scores across the board were higher than a lot of people would have expected with the great weather that we had. So we were 9 shots out of it as a team, and no one in real contention individually. I guess Will Alexander was in the final group. Will shot a good 74 the first day, so Will was in contention. And then past that, it felt a little bit out of reach individually. So we were playing for pride, see if we can't make a run, all those things you'd say as a coach, let's have a great second half kind of thing. And really our guys just embraced this, competitive spirit that this is potentially the last time we're playing this year, and we know the course, the weather's good. If it's tough, let's have it be tough on everyone else, and we'll find a way to use that as our advantage. And we were playing that second day, just average golf. People are just kind of hanging in there, and then our guys made the turn, and we were playing the back 9 first, so they came off hole 18 and then hopped onto the front 9, which is the 9 holes that we play 2 or 3 times a week all year long, so we know it really well. And there was just this feeling when the guys made the turn and teed off on hole 1 and head back out onto the course that just something special was about to happen. And Riley Hagerty, our leader, he had birdied 16, 17, 18, so his 7th, 8th, and 9th hole, and that kind of spread across the tournament to the point where members and juniors that are members of the Kalispell Club and people hey, there's a rumor of some guy just going nuts. And it just created this element of excitement that just the whole team fed off of. It would be similar to a team sport where a guy hits a couple shots and the team is just pumped up. And we hadn't felt that in such a long time with no fans and no real big events, and it propelled us. There was a level of excitement that the guys you kind of had to look in their eyes that we're going to make something special happen, and they sure did.
Well, how does a finish to a season like you had?
Mm-hmm.
How does it build momentum and build excitement for next year?
Sure. And it absolutely does, because we had high goals and expectations this year of ending our season at the national championships, and mathematically still possible, but just wasn't probable based off of some of our finishes in the other 2 conference events. And we try to use momentum to propel us, and by the guys playing this way, just for recruiting sake, and the guys that have already committed to playing, how fired up they were to see the guys finish that way, and the guys on the team who contributed, who will be back, just added this level of confidence and purpose that you could see. And I think it's everything. And when you prepare and train to win, which is the idea of college sports, it doesn't mean you always win, but when you prepare to win, you love that payoff of actually winning. And instead of we got to go back to work to see if we can do it next time or next year. And I think it just proved to the guys that anything is possible, because we had a big margin and it was exciting and the guys were fired up. And I have to say, even if there was 5 guys in the lineup, the other 4 guys on the team, they sat there for 2 straight days and took the live scores from the rest of the tournament, which was a humbling experience for them, but they were right in the mix and they were a part of it. And so it felt like our whole roster had an impact on us winning that event. And we're going to use that. We're all fired up, we're all charged up. Guys are motivated to work on their games over the next couple weeks while we're still together, and then into the summer, and we're using that as motivation of what we can do, what we showed we're capable of heading into next year. That was a huge victory for the momentum of the program.